In this episode of The Big Story, a proud moment for Linstead St. Catherine. This as McGrath High School creates its own history inside the National Stadium in Kingston. Its footballers, for the first time, reached the final of the Da Costa Cup, the most prestigious secondary schoolboy football competition in rural Jamaica. The McGrath High past student and coach who lifted the squad from virtual obscurity to its current dazzling heights is a proud man.
They remain disciplined and focused. Hence, you saw the results, and it was a big one.
This player on your screen was the star of the show, scoring 4 goals in McGrath High's 6-1 trouncing of McGrath High.
It's a great feeling to know I make history for my team, the first time in the Da Costa Cup final.
Politicians from Linstead were among jubilant McGrath High supporters soaking up the competition from the National Stadium stands.
When I see McGrath High School are giving McGrath High School 6-1 in a semi-final match, it tells me that the Ben Francis Cup that they won last year was no fluke. And I'm really proud of them.
Stay with us as Jamaica Beacon takes you through this episode of The Big Story, focusing mainly on some of the immediate responses to what was McGrath High's biggest moment yet in the acclaimed Da Costa Cup football competition. A proud moment for the blue and white team, McGrath High School out of Linstead St. Catherine. That's because the institution, for the first time, was qualifying for the final of the Issa Water Da Costa Cup football competition, the most prestigious schoolboy football clash in rural Jamaica.
Kessler Anderson having a look at his whistle.
Yep.
And he blows the final whistle. McGrath, they march to the Da Costa Cup final.
McGrath High catapulted into the final after whipping first-time semi-finalist McGrath High 6-1 inside the National Stadium on Wednesday afternoon, December 4, 2024. Shane Pusey reigned supreme, scoring 4 of McGrath High's 6 goals.
It's a great feeling to know I make history for my team, the first time in the Da Costa Cup final. It's a great feeling.
The other McGrath High player who scored is Farrell Tucker, and there was an own goal by McGrath High. The McGrath High team was the first to score, thanks to Keanu Reid, but his side failed in its bid to find the net a second time. McGrath High's past student and coach Jermaine Thomas is impressed by his squad's performance, and so too is the team's captain.
Well, we went down 1-0, we were trailing. But guess what, the boys really, we were disciplined and they stuck to the game plan. They never changed amidst going down 1-0. And they remained disciplined and focused. Hence, you saw the results and it was a big one.
At first, I want to say thanks to my coach, my principal, and the past students for the good treatment. And them believe in us, so we just have to believe in ourselves.
They might go out and they might do them best. They might get up early and morning time and train. Nobody know the sacrifice that they have to make for each other right now. So you see today, I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them bad.
We feel very good, very good.
It's a very good feeling, to come to the semi-finals, We've been working very hard all summer, Yeah.
McGrath High's principal Claudette Panton and Vice Principal Aretha Bingham were among people who journeyed to Kingston to support their high-riding squad.
I must say the feeling is an awesome one. We have worked hard all season and we have made it thus far, and we could not have asked for anything better than what we would have seen this evening in the semi-finals against McGrath High. I think that for the most part, all the gentlemen stepped up their game, but more so one Shane Pusey, who scored 4 of the 6 goals. And we can just say, continue on the roll, guys, because you're out there, you're in it to win it. And come Saturday, this is the same awesome feeling we are planning on having, because we are going to win this year the Costa Cup Championship.
The feat attained by McGrath High is not for the school alone. It's also a big deal for the community of Linstead. No school from the community has won the overall competition since Dintil Technical High did it in 1979 and again in 1981. 4 decades of missed chances, but the likelihood of the cup returning to Linstead caused anxiety to skyrocket. And that's why Councillor for the Linstead Electoral Division, Herbert Garrix, who's a member of the People's National Party, showed up at the semi-final to watch McGrath High play. He was accompanied by his party's candidate caretaker for St. Catherine Northwest, where Linstead is located, Senator Damian Crawford.
When I see McGrath High School are giving Ochoas High School 6-1 in a semi-final match, it tells me that the Ben Francis Cup that they won last year was no fluke. And I'm really proud of them.
I feel excellent. I hope it serves as an example to all the children, all the residents in the area that they too can achieve in whatever they put their mind to. I know the effort these guys have really placed in training and keeping their fitness, and they have delivered. And to an extent, that 6-1 in a semi-final is a shellacking, as we would say.
McGrath High dominated the final of the competition when it faced Garvey-Masia High inside the National Stadium on Saturday, December 7, 2024. But a last-minute equalizer sent the two teams into a penalty shootout, which Garvey-Masia won 5-3. Though it did not win the overall competition, McGrath High's rise from a point of virtual obscurity to the pinnacle of schoolboy football is no doubt an incredible one. It had been happening over the past few years under the guidance of McGrath High past student and head coach Thomas. The school previously made it into the semis of the competition, and in 2023 it won the Ben Francis Cup, its first ever national title.
Hard work, one heap of commitment, help from some loyal past students, and the sport community, our principal, and everybody really chipped in. Well, it has been hard work, because the terrain is not one of the easiest, and the culture from that side of the world is not necessarily a footballing one. But guess what? We have managed to change, and we are seeing some results, and I'm happy. Indeed happy.
How do you think this will help to change the complexion of football in Linstead?
Well, I'm hoping for the best. I'm really hoping that this will now, galvanize some additional support that was probably lacking, not just to our school, but the entire community of Linstead. People will now see development as something very, very important, and everybody will now invest so we can together grow our program.
It's a good feeling. Did it last year, win a cup last year, first time in history. A bigger picture now, the cup final, so it's a good feeling.
One McGrath, never two.
And how can this inspire future footballers from McGrath?
Well, I just have to go out there and motivate them. I know that we're in the final, so they're going to expect big things to it. So they will be like, oh, McGrath in the final, so we have to go out there and do the best for them. Because it's my last season, so yeah, they have to look up to it.
There's hope that McGrath High's current accomplishment will help to inspire the school's younger footballers. Not least among them is the institution's youngest Costa Cup player this season, 13-year-old Omario Hamilton.
They said in the 4 years, I'm going to be a good player of the Costa Cup team of McGrath High School.
Horace Mills, Jamaica Beacon Media.